So how much more time is there? We are worried about 1 P multiple here or there. So I think you have to take a slightly different view of investing in blue chips, and longevity, quality and longevity of blue chips is the source of actual wealth creation in the portfolios. Next. Next. Another factor which we came across was the dividend thing which I told you. The difference between the ex-dividend and cum dividend of index return is like staggering, more than 50–60%. And one other thing came up in year before's wealth creation study was that dividend is very important in determining P multiple of a company. So dividend payout divided by yield is equal to P multiple. So when the dividend payout is higher, your P multiple goes up. And what happens is the yield like a bond, equity is nothing but long-term bonds. So like in bond, yield is very structural. In equities, yield is very structural. So like say Infosys, without impacting the growth, if it is 30% payout and the P multiple is say 12, so they are yielding about 2.5%. If they go to 60% payout, the yield will not go to 5%. Yes, the day on which they announce it will go to 5%, but in next 1 year, I'm sure the yield will correct back to 2.5% and P multiple will move more towards 18–19. But when you tell this to the management, they don't listen to it. And, but this is the realization which is happening, and we are seeing a lot more pressure for the more dividends, better dividend policy. And I think in your own capacity, you must impress upon the companies and companies to come out with a better dividend policy, at least a very explicit dividend policy. If they cannot reinvest in a productive asset, they must pay out. They must not give the money at 5% liquid money in 10% inflationary environment. Next. So this is, these are a few thoughts I had in mind. And as I said in the beginning, I think Pankaj started with saying that build trust. I think build equity portfolio of your clients. I think combination of these two will do wonderful thing for your clients. Thank you very much.
Sir, please stay on the dais, sir. Sir, please stay on the dais. I'll request Mr. Rajendra Bhatia to please come. Mr. Agarwal, request you to please come on the dais once again. Thank you very much for all the words. We all are really inspired that this is the best time to invest and looking forward for the $1 trillion opportunities. Okay. Now is the time to talk about a little bit about Next Advisor. Actually, it is said that if you don't have a competitive advantage, don't compete. So, and I think Next Advisor is there to help us become more competitive. So, Ramesh, what do you say about that?
Yeah. In fact, always there's a saying called, see, when I becomes we, I'll read out again, when I becomes we, even illness will become wellness. When I becomes we, even the illness will become wellness. So let us all join together. Next Advisor has joined, making us all in one platform to transact on your air and code. That's a beautiful thing. I call on Mr. Atul, CTO of Next Advisor, to take it from here.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very, very thankful to all my customers, the EMC people who have supported us, to have come to the stage. So I'll quickly give a 2-minute overview about Next Advisors, and then we'll move on to the next session. Great. Okay. See, the agenda is very quickly what is the objectives, mutual funds, India overview, advantages, challenges, and so on. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. The objective of Next Advisor is very simple, to help grow IFA business. Now, some people ask me, why IFAs? Next slide. We'll come to that. Very quick statistics in terms of mutual funds. We have seen the number of folios going down. So approximately, we have done some numbers and we are finding that very few percentage of Indians invest in mutual funds as compared to about 90% people in US, right? Next. Okay, again, let's look at the Indian overview. We have fragmented distribution, more than 90,000 ARN holders, 10 lakh insurance agents, different business models, increasing costs, regulations, and changing client expectations. So the situation was, there are a lot of platforms here. We have a broker sub-broker model, but what we believe is that an IFA should be able to retain his identity, which essentially means that we are a service provider, right? And the ownership of the customer should remain with the IFA. Next. So what is the IFA advantage? The biggest advantage is IFA has a better long-term view of the customer wealth. Second, in a lot of smaller cities, IFAs actually become the distribution partner for the product manufacturers and all types of product manufacturers. Thankfully, we have clients from 25 cities, and some of them are from very small cities, and we would want to help them grow further. We have also seen that because of the lot of regulations, the quality of IFAs is improving, and the business is moving from distribution to advisory. So, very quick background, why we formed Next Advisors was we realized that today, the way in the offline mode, more than 60 to 70% of the cost and time was being spent on transaction and service related issues. So a lot of resources were being blocked. Next. So an IFA also needs to invest in technology to get volumes, and to get margins, he needs to have and sell multiple products. So the solution was Next Advisors to help IFAs grow the business. We said we'll always remain product agnostic, which means that given the gamut of products which an investor can invest in, we would never recommend a particular product. We would leave that to the product manufacturer. So Mr. Ramdev invests upon equity. Godrej Properties, we have a tie-up, they'll invest in real estate, but we'll provide it to everyone. Let individual take a call basis of the investment advisor. So our mission is to create a win-win. So starting with the investor, he would get a need-based advice from the IFA. He'll be able to transact for multiple products, hopefully majority of them paperless, unlike some things like properties which will always be offline. Low errors, easy monitoring, servicing, 24/7 transactions. So for an IFA, the business is 24/7, huge time saving, low errors, increased productivity, freedom of business model. So we have given gamut of products. You decide which product to recommend or which product you want to focus on. So you can increase your business, you can charge fees, meet the compliance norms. Now again, coming back to the same point, retention of brand identity and elimination of business risk, because your clients and your income is in your control. For the manufacturer, the key benefits are the increased sales and the reduced costs. So quick achievements, we have now 103 IFAs on board. So we have got a 100% year-on-year growth. We have seen the number of transactions growing at 30% month on month. We have types of distributors, both retail and corporate. We have now covered 25 cities, and we want to touch the figure of 100 cities very soon. We have tie-up with Godrej Properties. Now we are also going to have a leading tie-up with a leading AMC for PMS. I will leave the surprise to Mr. Ashish Somaiya. With a leading overseas company for overseas mutual funds, Phillips Capital. Then we are tying up with leading chain of hotels for the other part of needs, which is not just investments, but expenses part also of an investor, which an IFA can help in. So broadly, this is the location profile of our IFAs. Past successful events, the first launch, then the annual event last year, then some live webcasts with leading people like Mr. Kalpen, Mr. Saugata, Mr. Naveen, Mr. Naren, Mr. Parag, ConCall. Our team is 8 promoters, myself looking at the management. For more details, our website details.